Hello folks, welcome back to the channel, and in the words of the great Monty Python, now for something completely different. Welcome to Cyberpunk, but in VR, or at least that's what it feels like. This is the Pimax Crystal running at full native resolution on an RTX 4070 system, which I'm currently borrowing off STORMFORCE. And I'm running this at 120 frames per second. And I have to say, I agree with Gary. And if you don't know who Gary is, I will link his channel in the description below, because it's his fault why you're seeing this video. In fact, he's so right, because he's testing out the Pimax Crystal at the moment as well. And he said this is one of the most amazing sort of VR experiences you can have in terms of the visual fidelity. And I have to agree, as I say, because this looks absolutely stunning. And I think a lot of that is down to the fact that the performance is so good. I mean, it's just rock solid, 120 frames per second all day long, and it feels amazing in this thing. So I thought, why not give it a go? I'm just using a gamepad, so don't think this is a full hardcore flight sim or anything. This is just a demo. It's a free demo you can get on Steam right now. It takes just a few moments to download. And I think it's a great demonstration of what this headset can achieve in terms of the image quality, because those aspheric lenses really come into their own, especially in the far distance. And looking at the city now, that just looks so good. Together with the local dimming, because of the moody scene we've got going on here, it's sort of nighttime. So you've got those nice darker colours, but because the headset has a really bright display, all of those billboards and signs and lights of the city are really just coming out at you. And it's just so nice to not worry about performance or anything. It is just absolutely solid, 120 frames per second, amazing. And on the mirror image, I imagine this is going to come out absolutely perfect for a change as well. So really there's not a lot to do in this apart from just to enjoy the views. I love how you get the rain on the canopy. It makes it feel like a very cozy place to be. So actually I would urge anybody, whether you've got a Pimax Crystal or any headset, to just download this. It takes a few minutes, it's free anyway, and it's a great sort of change from your Airbus checklist and messing around with settings and God knows what. Just jump into this and then just enjoy exploring the city. Just imagine, I've got this image in my head of like a cyberpunk type world in VR, but something that you can actually just fly off into a spaceship and then I'll land over there or something, and then go into my hotel or, my apartment block, and then do a first person shooter mission just over there or something. Like, it'd just be incredible to have a world like that. Dare I say it, a metaverse for gamers. So again, a massive shout out to STORMFORCE, which they very kindly loaned me a budget system. And I say budget, I don't mean in terms of the graphics card, because the 4070 is not budget, okay? But the price is amazing. At £1,400 you can buy a system that can run the Pimax Crystal. I find that pretty remarkable. But what a way to relax. This is just fantastic. So much to see here. Like that vivid sort of whatever that is, some sort of logo type hologram thing. It's really bright, super bright. And I did try this, by the way, just to test it out with the Reverb G2 and also with my Pico, which looked really good as well. But when comparing it like an A/B comparison to the Crystal, it's like just totally mind-blowing. Now the reason why this is running so well is because of very clever engineering with this little demo. The area isn't that big, And if we go really low down, you'll notice that, you know, the detail will start to drop off, of course. For instance, like the... Well, to be fair, it still looks really good and the texture's still very sharp. I've got everything on max detail. But, you know, you're not going to expect to see people running about and that kind of thing. But I do like these little ships. It gives an illusion of an alive city. I hope one day the technology is such that we will get some sort of massive open world game where we can fly, we can land and then jump into a car and be in a sort of first person shooter type environment. Oh, it'd just be apps. That is the dream, isn't it, guys? Really, that is definitely the dream. And please do let me know in the comments below if there's anything you'd like to see on the channel, because I know predominantly it's a flight simulator channel, but I am a VR nerd, you know, in general. I love to try all types of experiences. So if there is something that you'd recommend me try, please do let me know in the comments below. Look at that for a cityscape there. You're not going to really appreciate that on a 2D image, but that is like just an amazing view. Almost takes your breath away, really. And I am used to, you know, DCS and Microsoft Flight Simulator, but there's something about the fact that this is just so smooth. You don't have to worry about tweaking and messing around with settings. It just works out of the box. And without doubt, in terms of the performance, this is what we all want, isn't it? The sort of dream of running native frames per second. I've just worked out, folks, that I've got a turbo. So let's just do a few stunts here before we finish the video. Getting close to these buildings. That does feel good, actually. That's a lot of fun. Maybe I was being a bit too sedate. Even though I'm just using a crappy sort of Xbox controller here. So thank you so much for watching, as always. I do really appreciate it. And once again, a big shout out to Gary from Immerse Robot for inspiring me to do this video. I'll have a link in the description below where you can find his channel, and please do give him a couple of thousand likes and subscribes, especially at the moment. He's also trying out the Pimax Crystal in race sims as well as flight sims and all sorts of things. Okay, that'll do for this video. I'll see you again very soon. Take care and bye for now.